Welcome back to Just Academy Mathematics YouTube channel, where we make you a mathematics genius. Today we have a very interesting question under an interesting topic, statistics. We're looking at a question that requires us to find the mean and the standard deviation. So if you look at the question, they say that the scores of 40 students in a mathematics test are shown below. So these numbers, if you count them, is obviously going to be 40. That is what we call distribution. So they say using a class interval of 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, calculate the mean score and the standard deviation. Very simple question. So let me show you how to answer this question now. The very first thing we are going to be doing is that we need to state the formula for the mean and the standard deviation. The reason is because the shape of the table we are going to form, it is the formula that will determine the shape of the table. So you don't just come and start rolling lines. No. You need to state the formula first, then it is now the formula that will determine how the table will look like. So let's start. Since we're to calculate mean, and this is a group distribution, that is why you're seeing 21 to 25, 26 to 30, is a group distribution. Mean for group distribution without assuming, we're not using assuming, just mean, average. It means that mean, this is the symbol of mean. I'm putting it in brackets. This symbol here is mean, without the bracket anyway. So mean is equals to summation of fx all over summation of f. This one is just telling you to add frequency times the x. All these are the x. Each of these represents x. Then when you count them, like 36, how many 36 will come there? Will come to that stage anyway. So this formula for mean. Then standard deviation. Standard deviation. This is the symbol for standard deviation. This like this. What is the formula? Standard deviation is square root of variance. What is variance? Variance group distribution means summation of f bracket x minus mean square all over summation of f. So this variance, by the time you find the square root of this variance, you get what is called standard deviation. So this is the formula for standard deviation. So this is the two formula we need to answer this question. Now we know the two formula. We will now draw a table using these two formula as a guide. And remember, inside this standard deviation is mean. Look at me here. This one here is here. What that means is that for you to solve for standard deviation, you must solve for mean. So let's start. We have class interval. They've already said that we are to use class interval. So let's start with class interval. Class interval, I will call it CI. Follow me now. So this is our class interval. Class interval. Now, by class interval, that is where we will get this 21 to 25 and so on. I'm just showing you the first one. I will add others. Okay, 21 to 25. After 21 to 25, we have 26 to 30 and so on. We'll conclude this part later. So after class interval, in this formula, if you remove this and this is telling you to add the total of fx. So we need x and we need f. What is x? X is called the class midpoint. class midpoint. We call it X. I will show you how to get it. Just follow me. Class midpoint is called what? X. Now after X, we now need F. F here is called the number of students. Number of what? Students. That is the frequency. F. So after this, we have X, we have F. Now remember, we need Fx. So this is Fx here. So with this Fx and this F, we can find mean. This is what I mean. With only these two now, we can find this mean. Now let's assume we have gotten mean. After we have gotten mean, to solve for standard deviation now, we need to know S minus mean. So we'll now have X minus mean. Then after S minus mean, we need X minus mean square. X minus mean square. Then after S minus mean square, we now need frequency times S minus mean square. Frequency times X minus mean square. So this is what we need for this to be able to solve this question. So let me just join this up to make it neat. So statistics, you have to be patient. It's all about table. Okay, now let's go ahead and fill this table now so that we'll get our mean and standard deviation. So we have 26 to 30. Then after 30, we have 31 to 35. And it continues. So after that, we need to get what? 36 to 40. So how do you know where to stop? I will show you now. 36 to 40. So before you continue, check these numbers here to know where to stop. You notice that we have 41 and we are already in 40, so we need to continue. We have 44 here. So let's take, I think the highest number here. It's better you locate the highest number here. The highest number in this distribution seems to be 44. I don't think there is any number bigger than 44. So if the highest number is 44, let's come back to this place. We have 36 to 40. So the next one will be what? 41 to 45. You are not going to stop at 44 because the highest number is 45. The class are size 5 each. 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, 36 to 40, 41 to 45. Regardless of the fact that the highest in the distribution is 44. This one is still from 41 to 40. Even if the highest in the distribution is 42, this class will still be from 41 to what? 45. Very important, please. So we close it up. Unfortunately, my lines seems to be longer than I need. So this is for the class interval. I may not be needing all this part again. Now, how do I know the class midpoint? Very simple. This X is this. 21 plus 25 will give you what? 46. 46 divided by 2 will give you what? 23. That is class midpoint. Another way to know the class midpoint is you simply count from 21 to 25. Which of the number is at the middle? If you count now, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, you will notice that 21, 22, 23 is at the middle. That is this, class midpoint. But the best way is you add this, you divide by 2. This plus this, divide by 2, will give me 56, which is what? 28 when you divide it by 2. This plus this will give me 66. When you divide it by 2, I will have what? 33. So you have 23, 28, 33, 38, 43. If there is another one, that should be 48. That is for regular interval, because sometimes you have irregular interval. Now, interesting, let's proceed. How do we get the frequency? Now, this is where when you make one mistake, it will affect everything. You have to be very careful now. So to get the frequency, we'll come back to this distribution. You see these numbers here? That is where we'll get the frequency from. We'll get the frequency from these numbers here. So what I will do now is that the first interval in the table is 21 to 25. So from this distribution, these numbers here, anywhere I see numbers from 21 to 25, I will count it or I will circle it to know how many that are in that class. So 21 to 25, let's count carefully so that we will not do it 2 times. This 42 is not in that class. 21 to 25, 21 to 25, 1. 21 to 25, 2. 21 to 25, 21 to 25, 21 to 25, 3, 4, 21 to 25, 5, 21 to 25, we have only 5. Can you see that? So from 21 to 25, we have just 5 numbers. 5. So I will come under frequency here and I will write what? I will write 5. 5. So I will go again. The next one, the next class is 26 to 30. So let's go back to the distribution. 26 to 30, let's count. 26 to 30. 26 to 30. 26 to 30. To 30. 26 to 30. 26 to 30. 1. This is 28. 26 to 30. 2. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 26 to 30, 8, 9, 10. We have 10. Can you see that? So I will come to the table. The class interval 26 to 30 frequency is what? 10. Sorry. Frequency is what? 10. Then I will go and get the frequency for 31 to 35. Let's go to the distribution again. 31 to 35. Let's count to 35 now. 31 to 35. 31 to 35. I think there is 1 here. 31 to 35. 35. 31 to 35. 2. 3, 4. We have 4. So I will come to frequency. I will come to frequency under the interval for 31 to 35. I will write what? 4. Then I will go and get the frequency for 36 to 40. 36 to 40. Let's count. 36 to 40. To 40. 1. 36 to 40. 2. 36 to 40. 36 to 40. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 36 to 40. 9, 10 to 40, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I'll come and input it here. 36 to 40 is 15. Then finally, 41 to 45. Let's go and count. 41 to 45. 1, 2, 3. 41 to 45. 4, 5, 6. I'll come and input here. 6. Can you see that now? So we have succeeded in making use of that distribution. So this is what we have now. Now follow me now, very important. So what do I do now for frequency? I need the total of this column. I don't need this of these two. So I'll come here and add it, summation of frequency. That is total frequency. We'll call it total frequency. If you add this, we're expected to get 40 because there are 40 students. So this plus this will give me 15, 19, 36, 34, and what? 40. This is 40 students. So it's very correct. We can close here. Now let me quickly say something here. Look at this. Come up here. Come to the distribution. I want to quickly say something here. Now, anytime you finish counting, the purpose of circling it is, if there is anyone that I did not circle, that means I have not counted that number. Because it's possible that after counting your own, you mistakenly miss one. Then you add it up, you are getting like 39 or 38. So you check the distribution. Probably there is one you did not count. With that, you can easily retrace your step and continue with the journey. Okay, back to the table. Now, I believe thus far you understand what has transpired here. Now, let's go ahead and find the mean. So here now, we'll go for fx. F times x means this is x and this is f. 23 times 5 we'll put here and so on. So let's go. 23 times 5 will give me what? 1, 1, 5. And 28 times 10 will give me what? 280. Then we have 33 multiplied by 4 to give me 132. Then I will input 38 times what? 15, which will give me 570. And what? 43 multiplied by 6 to give me 258. Can you see that now? Okay. Now, what do we do to get the mean? We add up this place. We need to get the addition of what is here. And when we add it, we will call it what? Summation. That is addition or sum of fx. Total fx. Let's total it. So I will add it up with my calculator. 115 plus 280 plus 132 plus 570 plus 258. That will give me 1355. 1355. Can you see that now? So with this, I will now come and calculate my mean here. That is the first part of the equation, which is the mean. I'll come here and say that mean is equals to summation of fs all over summation of f. So what is the mean? The mean is 1355 divided by what? 40. So what is the mean? So I will divide the answer we got by what? By 40. When I divide it by 40, I will have 33.875. 33.875. That is actually the mean. But since we are going to be using the values here and to avoid having large value while calculating this, maybe we approximate this and use it as 33.9. Let's approximate it to 1 decimal place so that the final answer will be 33.9 for mean. So the mean is 33.9. That is the answer for mean. So we have gotten mean. Now we have gotten mean, we need to go and finish up for standard deviation. So back to the table. Back to the table. But remember, what is our mean? 33.9 mean. So on the table now, what is this? This one means x. Where is x? Look at x here. Look at the column for x. Mean is what? 33.9. We have gotten mean. We have solved for mean. The answer is 33.9. So this means x minus mean. 23 minus 33.9. I will input it. 23 minus 33.9. And I will get minus 10.9. Then I will input 28 minus 33.9. Then I will get minus 5.9. I will input 33 minus 33.9. Obviously, it's going to be minus 0.9. Then I will also input 38 minus 33.9, which will give me 4.1. And what? 43 minus 33.9, which will give me 9.1. Now that brings me to this column. The difference between this and this is that this one is the square of this. So notice that there is square on top here now. So what that means is that I will pick this one, I will square, which is 10.9 square. 10.9 square will give me what? 1 minus 10.9 square will give me positive also. 118.81. I will square what? 5.9 square. That will give me 34.81. Then I will square what? 0.9 square, which will give me 0.81. I will square 4.1 square. 4.1 square, which will give me 16.81. And finally, 9.1 square, which will give me 82.81. 82.81. So what do we do now? The last stage, what are we required to do here? Notice that the difference between this and this is this f in front of this one. The difference between this and this is f. That means f times this. Where is f? Look at f. So f times this will give me this. So 5 times, let's go there. 5 times 118.81. I will get what? I will get 594.05. Then the next one is what? 10 times 34.81. That will give me what? 34.81. Then 4 times what? 0.81 to give me what? 3.24. Then where am I? 15 times what? 15 times 16.81. That will give me 252.15. And finally, we have that 6 multiplied by 82.81, which will give me 496.86. So I will total this. If you total this, you call it summation of f, or total of f times s minus mean square is equals to, let's go ahead and add them together. So I have 594.05 plus 34.8.1 plus 3.24 plus 252.15 and plus 496 0.86. So the total will give me 1694.4. So finally, we'll now come here, which is the B part. Standard deviation. This is the symbol for standard deviation I told you before. Standard deviation is the square root of what? The square root of summation of x bracket s minus mean square over, we've written it out before. So that is square root of 1694.4 divided by what? Divided by 40. So by the time you divide it and find the square root, and from the operation I have there in the calculator, we're going to get 6.508. That is 6.5 as the final answer, as the standard deviation. The standard what? Deviation is 6.5. So this is the procedure of solving for standard deviation for group distribution. So what I expect you to do is to go through the table and internalize the process and then attempt one on your own. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, do that now. Share this video so that other people will benefit from this video, and make sure you subscribe, recommend this channel for more quality videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you in our next class.